back to my channel, Life with Zine. I'm Zakia, and today I'm just going to do a video so that you guys can get to know me and why I have a YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel actually started because I saw my friend vlogging, and I was like, is that actually fun to do? And she's like, yeah, I think you'd enjoy it, like you like talking a lot. And my boyfriend was like, yeah, you need someone to talk to. And shade. But I did it and I loved it, and I actually was just gonna keep doing it, like just for myself, because I just had so much fun, and it allowed me to like do some like practice editing, you know, that's involved in my major. I'm a PR major actually. So yeah, I was doing it for me, and my friend was like, oh, start on YouTube. I was like, say what? And I did, and yeah, that's how we got here with a YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm just gonna answer some questions that people ask on social media, and some that I just feel like I guess you guys should know. How old am I? I'm 20 years old. I'll actually be 21 in about 36, 37 days. When this video uploads, however, it might be fewer days, so I'll put in a little ticker. Yeah, so what is my zodiac sign? I'm a Sagittarius. I'm not really into zodiac signs, so I'm not sure all of what that means, but if you are, let me know in those comments, okay? What do I do for a living? I am a full-time college student. I am a senior this year, and part-time I work in automotive marketing. Yes, okay, what's next? What are your social media handles? I only do Instagram, so I only have one social media handle, and that is Zakiki09, so ZAKIKI09. What y'all doing? Okay, what was the question? Oh, have I ever gotten a ticket for driving? Yes, sadly. I've actually had a warrant out for my arrest because of this ticket. So I will tell you the story here. So I was coming from the DMV. My license had probably expired or something, and I needed to go get a new one. I was with my dad, and I was leaving, and I was getting on the highway, and I was, speeding up, to get on, and and this cop waited till saw me, and I was like, oh, he's probably gonna pull me over. I was like, well, I'm closer to the entryway to the highway, and he hadn't pulled me over yet. He hadn't even left the spot he was in. And then I get on the highway, and as soon as I get on the highway, I see his lights. So I was just like, wow, he waited till I got on the highway to pull me over. Great. So yeah, I got that ticket, but I had to come back to New York. I live in Texas, so that's where I got the ticket. And I had to come back to New York. And so I sent the money to my dad's account so that he could pay it, because the ticket ended up going to the house or something. I don't really remember, but I gave the money to my dad to pay the ticket, and he forgot to pay the ticket. And all of a sudden, he's like, well, I figured out how you can pay it online. So I go to pay it online, and I find out there is a warrant for my arrest because I took so long to pay the ticket. Y'all know I was mad, right? Okay, so how often do I use social media? I use social media every day. Yeah, every single day. Only for maybe a few moments at a time. Like in between classes, eating lunch, things like that. But yeah, every day. Would I rather live in a big city or a farm? Okay, farm. Yes. Ideally, something that's very rural, but like 40 minutes from a city. It doesn't have to be a huge city, but like from a city, like that's where I would ideally like to like raise my kids. I don't know if I'll do that like right away, but that's where I want to be. I've been in the city long enough. I don't need it anymore. What position do I sleep in? Okay, that's a weird question, but I'll answer it because it might help you. So I sleep on my left side, or at least that's how I go to sleep. I don't know how I wake up all over the place, but I go to sleep on my left side because it's supposed to be really healthy for digestion. So do your research, find out. You might want to start sleeping on your left side. Am I right-handed or left-handed? I am definitely right-handed. When I was younger, I used my left hand for some things, but I'm predominantly right-handed. Am I more like my mother or my father? That is a really good question. I think I'm a healthy mixture of both. I have the little feisty thing my mom has going on, but I'm pretty calm and like my dad sometimes too. So I kind of flip-flop between the two of them. Yeah, I think it's a healthy balance. Who is your oldest friend? Okay, so my oldest friend is this girl named Mara, and we met in like the 3rd grade or 4th grade, I'm not sure, but we became like inseparable in the 5th grade. We did everything together, and then in the 6th grade she left to go to like a charter school, and so I was really sad because my best friend left me. And it's really funny because we kept in contact after I moved to Texas, and I came back to New York for university, and we go to the same school. Ain't that something? So yeah. Do I curse a lot? I don't think I curse a lot, but other people might say otherwise. I think I curse more so like when I'm in like really exciting conversation, but not like just to talk. I don't just curse to curse. Like I think I'm in like a really exaggerated conversation or trying to prove a point or something like that. I do need to get better. You know, I'm not perfect, but I try. How did my last relationship end? Okay, that's complicated. That's gonna require like a whole separate video. Like, it's just too much for this. It's just way too much. A habit that I wish I started earlier. I don't know. A habit I wish I started earlier. Budgeting. That's the one. Okay, so I didn't work throughout high school like other kids did. Like my dad was like, nope, school is your primary focus. I got to college and my dad did not want me to have a job. He was like, no. I didn't get work study, nothing. And I finally was like, Dad, I'm getting a job. And I got my first job and I loved it and I got my paycheck. And well, one, I was confused because there was money missing from my paycheck. Y'all, taxes. I didn't know what those were, okay? But yeah, I had my own paycheck. I didn't have any bills to pay during my first job. So I was like, oh, I have all this money to spend. And yeah, what weird smells do I enjoy? That is a really good question. Y'all are gonna think I'm so weird after I tell you, but I love the smell of cooked eggs. I don't know why. I have no explanation for you. I am just obsessed, literally. And the really funny thing about that is I'm allergic to eggs. I can't even eat them. But I love them so much that I'm like, hey, I asked my little brother, you want some omelet? You want some eggs? You want some scrambled eggs? I'll make them for you. Just so that I can smell them. I'm a little weird, but You'll get to know how weird I am once we continue these videos, because, child, I probably need help. Yeah. Okay, some more questions asked were, where do you like to shop? That is a really complicated question, only because I love shopping. So, clothes shopping versus shoe shopping versus bag shopping, I mean, come on. This is such a loaded question. So, shoes. Some of my favorite shoes have come from Steve Madden. My most comfortable shoes are Guess. I mean, Aldo has some really good shoes too. And Call It Spring. Like, I mean, I kind of shop everywhere for shoes, y'all. Like, everywhere. Target. I mean, come on. Target has some really great stuff, guys. For clothes, probably H&M, only because it's so convenient. Yeah, it's like super convenient. Like, I know my size because fruit flies. I know my size there because, you know, I've shopped in store before, so now I can shop online and not really worry about whether it's gonna come and I won't be able to fit it, will I have to send it back. So that's why I really like H&M. I can't really do that in a lot of other stores, and I don't really like going out into the world. Well, into shopping malls, because there's just too many people and I don't really like all of that. It's too much. You won't see me at no concert. I don't do people all that well. Like crowds of people. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. What is the scariest moment you've ever experienced? I don't know. Scariest moment I've ever experienced. Okay, I don't know what the scariest moment is, but I'll give you a scary moment. And since we're so close to Halloween, I think you'll enjoy this. So, my dad doesn't really celebrate Halloween. He's very much against it. And I'm not really sure if my mom was against it or not. But as, like, when me and my brother were, like, really little, she wanted us to experience, like, as many holidays just like the other kids would. So, we had, like, little character parties at our house. So it was, like, you know, no scary costumes allowed. And that was really great. I got a little older and I was like, Mom, I want to wear a scary costume. I want to go trick-or-treating, you know, like the big kids do. And my parents finally agreed to let me go with my godparents trick-or-treating. And I went to the Bronx with them. And I don't even remember who I was or what I was. And we waited till like really late at night. It was like 8 or 9 o'clock. And we went out to this community. And this community went all out, y'all. Like when I say they went all out, like it was crazy. Like everyone's houses were decorated. Their yards had stuff popping out everywhere. Like it was like this whole community was like a haunted community. Like they all pitched in, came together, and like thousands of people came to this community to like trick-or-treat and do Halloween stuff. And then the people who went kind of like got involved too. So they were outside scaring people with their costumes. And I had to have been like 8 or 9 and I was mortified. Like I stood behind my uncle the whole time. I screamed and yelled on the top of my lungs, and it was official. I would never ask my parents to go trick-or-treating ever again. To this day, I do not celebrate Halloween. I am the one in the house with the lights off, and I don't even open the door for trick-or-treaters because I can't. Like, at 8 or 9 years old, they messed me up. They messed me up, y'all. Like, for real. So yeah, those are all the questions I really have for you guys today. But if you have more questions that you want to know about me, feel free to leave them in the comments. I am sure that I'm going to do another one of these eventually. And I'd really like to know what you guys want to know. So yeah, that's it for this video, but don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss the next video that's coming out. And just thank you for being here, and thank you for watching. See you next time.